When life feels too heavy, when trials and temptations come barging in, it becomes too heavy and exhausting for us, but not for God. Don't try to be strong on your own. Don't try to see things through your eyes. Go to God and admit your weakness. Let God's strength take over. There may be a working situation that has caused much pain and heartbreak, with many tears, sleepless nights, and crying out to God. Accompanied with the daily demands of life, and you feel like you can't take it anymore. Because you feel like you are drowning, God is watching you to give it to Him. When you think your mess is too big for God, you will not get through it. But it is when you place all the pieces before Him, you become real and vulnerable before God, that is when God can make your life complete. In 2 Samuel chapter 22:21 says, God made my life complete when I placed all the pieces before Him. It is a must to feed your spirit with scriptures. The Bible is the food your spirit needs. It gives hope to be hopeless and invokes the Spirit of God to cause miracles in the lives of faithful Christians. Sometimes I did have heaviness in my soul. It was not like I could pinpoint one thing that made me feel that way, but I just felt it. A heaviness in my soul. But when I feel that way, I know that I need to give whatever I am feeling to Jesus, because He is the healer of my soul. The Bible makes us to understand in Psalm 55:22, pile your troubles on God's shoulder. He will carry your load, and He will help you out. So when I fix my eyes on Jesus, the heaviness in my heart feels lighter as Jesus steps in and takes control. Maybe your heart is heavy too today, stressed from the pressures of life, concerned about your loved ones, confused and uncertain about your future, saddened about things happening around you. Just hold on to Philippians 4:6-7. Don't fret or worry, pray, and the peace of God that transcends all understanding will guide your heart. Sometimes we get weary and troubled. We don't feel God is working in our lives, but He is, and He is working for our good. Dear friend, when you feel troubled and heavy in heart, and you feel like God is not working, the wonderful dose for this is to look back what God had done for you in the past, the good things you had experienced in the past, and know that that same God will surely step in again for you. Dear friend, look to Jesus. You might be asking, what does looking to Jesus even mean? It means you open God's Word and expect God to speak to your heart personally. You cry those tears and open your heart knowing that God sees your pain. You prayed those prayers that you have prayed over and over again and expect God to answer you. You remember your calling and purpose God once put in your heart and work worthy in that calling. You let God do the heavy lifting of the burdens as you take each day step at a time. You don't need to pretend before God. He knows when you are hurting and in pain. You let God love you and give you new mercy each day. When the enemy aims for the most vulnerable place in our lives, it is not time to crawl under a rock and hide. It's time to let God hide you. It is time to let God lift you up. It is time to keep looking to Jesus, the author and finisher of our faith. God is a God of possibilities. In Jeremiah 32:27, God says, Behold, I am the Lord, the God of all flesh. Is there anything too hard for me? When we have work to do and the task ahead seems bigger, that is when God steps in. When you get to the Red Sea of your life and no way out, that is when God steps in. When you only have a little oil in the jar and your life seems to be falling apart, that is when God steps in. God steps in when nothing seems to work in our lives. God steps in when situation seems too difficult and too heavy to bear. God will always come through for you. He will look for something little to produce to give you bigger results. God will wipe your tears and give you everlasting joy. Dear friend, for God to step into your life, you need to trust Him. Keep hoping with an expectant faith that God you step into your life's challenges and change it for good. Don't allow what you are passing through affect you. Keep rejoicing. God is stepping into your life to make it a colorful one. I hope you are blessed with this message. We would love to hear from you on the comment section below. Please do not forget to subscribe for inspiring contents. Like and share this video if you find this video motivating. Thanks for watching. Stay blessed.